trip up them goddamn steps coming up here. But I figure if the President of the United States can't walk the flight of steps, what the hell am I worried about? So I'm fairly new at doing this stuff, and I went on Google, and I Googled, what the hell am I supposed to do when I'm up here? I found a suggestion that said, say something interesting about yourself. So I gave it some thought, and I got something. My asshole was greasy today. Go explain. I had a prostate exam earlier today. I haven't been able to pee for weeks. And I wanted to wait for Pride Month before I went in there. All right. I support gay marriage and all. I figured that they ought to be just as miserable as the rest of us. Anyway, I went in there and I knew it was going to be, it's one of two things. Either I had a swollen prostate or I had a bladder infection. And they're going to rule out the prostate first. For whatever reason, they got to go in your asshole instead of giving the antibiotics. So I'm ready. And I go in there and I go in to see my doctor. And I said, Doctor, I can't pee. I stand there for 20 minutes and a few drops come out. He said, I'm going to have to check your prostate. I said, I know. Now, I love my doctor. My doctor's a 6'4" black man, got hands like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, and I know he played basketball in his younger days because his fingers, they're not quite straight. They got a little bend in them. And I wasn't 100% sure, but I was pretty sure that my asshole was not going to accommodate that hook. So he said, drop your pants and bend over on the gurney. So he was nice enough to announce the rape before I did it. So I bent over. Now all kinds of crazy shit starts going through your mind, like, I hope I wipe my asshole good enough today, and how many pimples are back there? There's at least 3 of them ready to pop. Maybe I'll ask him for a cream. My wife don't like them. So I leaned over, and I hear him putting on the gloves, and he's popping them a little bit seductive. And then I hear the lube. And at first I was thinking, he's using too much. But then I thought, no. Use the whole goddamn tube if you have to. So then it gets quiet for a few seconds, and the next thing I know, I feel his left hand on my left hip. And I say, I better not feel his right hand on my right hip, or I'll know what the hell he was greasing up back there. So he says, now this ain't gonna take but a minute, which is the same thing I tell my wife when I'm back there. So he puts his finger in my asshole. I said, slow down, goddammit. He said, does it hurt? I said, hell yes, it hurts. He said, more than normal? I said, I don't know, Doc. I don't normally have your finger in my asshole. So he pulls his finger out of my ass and he says, you have a bladder infection. You can pick up your prescription on the way out. So I stand up with my pants around my ankles. Now I'm over 50 years old and my balls, they hang down further than my dick does. Looks like a homeless man sitting on 2 duffel bags. So I'm standing there. He said, pull your pants up. So I went and got my prescription. But I didn't come here to tell you that. My wife and I went to a hockey game recently. Any hockey fans here? Yeah, me either. The tickets were free. So we're walking up the steps. We get to our row, and there's a man sitting there. And I noticed 2 things about him. One, he's got Down syndrome. And 2, he's got his finger up in his nose. I don't mean just a little bit. I mean, he's 2 knuckles deep up in there. And I said to my wife, I said, sit here. She said, sit down. I said, I don't want to sit down. I said, he's picking his... She said, sit down. She said, you're making a fool of yourself. I said, he's picking his nose. She said, sit down. I said, fine, I'll sit down, but I'm not watching the game. I'm watching him. So I got my eye on him. Next thing I know, now he's rolling it. He's rolling it. And we all rolled. Don't lie to me. And we know why we roll, because them boogers got that adhesive property on it. And you're rolling it to get it off. And the next thing you know is you're going to flick it. Now, you don't know where the hell that thing's going to end up either when you flick it, so I'm watching him. Well, the Capitals scored a goal, so I take the blame. I lost my concentration. I took my eye off the ball. So they scored a goal, and the whole place erupted. They started cheering, and I'm standing up, and I'm yelling and screaming, and just subconsciously, I just felt it right here on the corner of my lip. And like I said, I was cheering, so I sent my tongue out to get it. And I pulled it back in, and just that moment, I realized what was in my mouth. And I took it out for verify, and there was a perfectly rolled booger. A little hard, had a little tail on it. So now I'm furious. And I'm getting ready to cuss out this man with Down syndrome. I said, "You nasty motherfucker!" My wife said, "What is wrong with you?" I said, his boogie was in my mouth. She said, "I don't care, he's got Down syndrome." I said, "I don't give a goddamn what he's got. I don't want his boogie in my mouth." My wife escorted me out of that. I don't know what happened the rest of the game. So my wife's over there somewhere. I can't see us blind up over here. There she is. She got a birthday coming up. She's going to turn 40 years old. Everybody give her a round of applause. She told me she wanted something that went from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I'm going to get you a bathroom scale, baby. I said 100.
Oh, you did like that, honey.
Bless her though, before I met her, I had a hell of a time dating people. I tried everything. I tried online dating back in the old days when it was chat rooms, and it didn't work out well for me. I did this blind date, and the girl came over, and I was living in an apartment. You know them little peepholes in the door, and you look at them, they're like a fisheye. You can see the whole hallway. Well, when she was out there, she didn't fit in it. She needed more space. I said, "Oh my God, what the hell?" So I let her in. And we went out to dinner. I took her to the buffet. I wanted to make sure she got a full portion. And we came back to my house later. We had a few drinks. She got drunk. She took her pants off, walked over to my kitchen table, and she bent over. And she said, "Come on, baby, give it to me." Now, I haven't had my penis growth spurt yet. I was glad to find out that it may be coming, but I ain't had it yet. So I walked up. I took my pen. I walked up. And I was about 2 feet away from being able to do anything. I just wasn't going to reach. I thought about blowing in it. And I said, no, because if she farts in my face, the backdraft, I'm going to get struck right up in there. So I said, I'm not going to be able to help you. So we ran in the bedroom, and that was fun for a while. I got on top of her. And it was like being on a waterbed. But I started to get seasick after a while, and I didn't want to throw up, so I asked her to leave. That's my time. Thank you all very much.